Well, looky here, looky here. What we have here are the most crucial ingredients in the baked marinara and meatballs I'm going to make today. We have some bay leaves, some fennel seeds, some red pepper, some black pepper, some rosemary, some thyme, and some oregano. All right, well, let's get this thing rolling. All right, we're going to prepare these vegetables for the food processor and grind them up and turn them into a pulp, and that's the first part of this recipe. This recipe comes from one of my first jobs out of culinary school. It was at a bistro, and the chef there was Italian. So we did a lot of Italian stuff, some French stuff, some other stuff. But he made really, really good marinara, and he would always stand over me while I made the marinara because he didn't want me to mess it up. So I learned to make it really well, and I added a few of my own things to it. But basically, this is it. Okay, we're gonna saute these vegetables and just kind of get them sweating, and so they release a lot of the liquid, and then we're gonna go on and get everything else ready to. All right, I like to use my fresh herbs. Now I grow these out the back, and when you use them, just make sure you pull all the stems off of them, because if you leave the stems in, it kind of leaves a bitter taste, and they'll get stuck in your teeth, and it's no fun. It kind of ruins the whole thing. Chop, chop, chopper. I love hip hopper. And when I chop the herbs, say, proper. Now it's time to waterfall the herbs and spices into the marinara. There we go. Looking good, huh? There we go. Waterfall. It's not really called waterfall. I was just, slow-moing with the camera, and that's what happened. Okay, you want to mix that up while it's hot for about 5 minutes before you put that liquid in it, because you want those herbs and spices to really open up, and the heat from the sauteing will do that. So you mix in all the other ingredients now. Some chicken stock. You can use vegetable stock if you like. And some tomatoes and stuff, and this is it. I'm going to cover it up and stick it in the oven for about 3 hours, 3.5, and I'll see you later. Alright, time for the neat balls. Dice up the onion, small, fine dice, small as you can get it. And you're going to mix in the rest of the ingredients. They go pretty fast. I'll tell you what they are. And make sure you put salt in. You don't need much because the Parmesan has a lot of salt in it. So mix this up, use your hand. You want to combine all these together. And we're going to cover this and stick it in the fridge overnight. And in about 10 hours, 10, 11 hours, we'll be ready to make some meatballs. Alright, so I get back from my errands, and when I open the door to my house, I'm just hit with the smell, and this is beautiful. That smell is so warm and comforting, and man, you guys should make this, and let me tell you, it won't let you down. Alright, the following day, it's time to roll them out. The meat is cold and really firm. It's easy to work with. So right now I'm just kind of measuring these out and rolling them into little balls. Before you do this, you want to make sure that your scooper is cold, and you should run your hands under cold water too, because you don't want to heat up the fats that are in the meat. So the plate's cold, everything's cold here. I'm trying to keep these from falling apart. Alright, now it's time to roll these out on the chopping board. I'm doing this for two reasons. One, for the shape and the form, and the other is to get the air, or any air pockets that may be in the meatballs, get them out. Because if you leave them in there, when they cook in the oven, they could break apart. Okay, now it's time to fry them up. Put them in the pan. Try to think about spacing, but we're just cooking these a little on each side, and then we're going to bake them off. So. Okay, these are ready to come out, so I'm going to take these out, and then I'm going to drain the grease out of all that pan. Then we'll come in with some port wine right here. I didn't have any kind of wine would do. This is what I have, so this is what I'm using. Cooking this for a little bit because I want all the alcohol, or most of the alcohol, to burn off of it. So that's what's going on there. And I'm going to add some sauce to it. And pack these meatballs back into it. Swirl them around in the sauce a little, cover it, and throw it in the oven. And this is what happens. I was a little stingy with the wine, and after I cooked it, I realized it. But if you look on the left, you see that really patch of dark red? That's where I didn't stir in the wine good enough. But let me tell you, when I tasted that part of the sauce, oh my gosh. So this is coming out of a hot oven, all ovens are hot. It was about 370 for about 50 minutes. I cooked these, and that did it. That was perfect. That was a perfect amount of time. Here are the meatballs, the sauce. It's good. All right, so look, meatball looks good. I'm gonna cut it in half. See what it looks like on the inside. Oh, beautiful. I'm gonna try to take another cut and be civilized. You need it with the spoon, but I get frustrated. Say, forget it! Look at that. Forget it! Yum. This was really fun. These are really good meatballs. Alright, one love, y'all.